First question is, what do you believe to be the most important business-related issues that we in District 64 will be facing in 10 years? And what do you propose to address each one?
I'm Rick Hagen. Thank you all for having me. The direct answer to the question of what issues are important to business, and I will tell you it's infrastructure. And included in that is transportation, education, and energy. I want to tell you a little about my background. I'm from right here. I grew up in Denton and Argyle all my life. My wife Charlotte and I met at Denton High School. My first job out of college was working in the Texas legislature for Republican Jim Horn as his chief of staff. Went to law school, went back to Austin, worked on the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, the highest criminal court in the state of Texas. Was a felony prosecutor, and then came back home, and I've been a lawyer in Denton for about 25 years. My law partner was another former state representative from Denton, Hal Jackson. My father taught me conservative values. Many of y'all will remember turbo refrigeration. My father started that business in 1964. And he was a strong anti-union conservative. I have maintained those values throughout my career. As it relates to transportation, there's no question we are what I call the stepchild of the I-35 corridor. We are the last in line. To educate myself regarding the project, I have met with Charles Emery, I've met with Kimberly Sims, I've met with John Polster, I've met with Mary Horn, I've met with the Commissioner's Court. And I will tell you that funding for that project, the money is there. How it's allocated has been explained to me as faith-based. So there's no way that I think anyone in this room can tell you how it's going to get done, but it will get done. And maintaining our roads is critical. Not only the I-35 project, but you look at Crum, you look at 380, and I will tell you, I think the Commissioner's Court is doing a fabulous job keeping the roads moving, keeping the projects going, and we must do that. For businesses to want to continue to come to Denton, we have to provide with the finest education that we can, not only for our children, but at the college level. And so I will tell you, I've met with Jamie Wilson, I've met with Gail Stinson, I've met with Superintendent Wright in Argyle, and I've met with Superintendent Carroll in Crum. And each one of those school districts has a different need. But one of the consistent things I'm hearing from all the superintendents, they don't like the government mandated testing, what I call the one-size-fits-all government mandated test. And they would like to be able to administer their own test. And I agree with that theory. Well, we must be able to evaluate our students' performance. I think that's better done at a local level. Energy issues are critical for growth. We've got to have water, we've got to have utilities, and we've got to have electricity. So I've been trying throughout the course of this campaign to really get in touch with what's going on. And the renewable energy plan in Denton, I'm going to tell you, is very controversial, and it's something that we need to talk about. Last Saturday, there was a workshop at City Hall. I attended that. I've been going to those meetings. I will tell you, of those in attendance at that meeting, overwhelmingly people were opposed to it. And the opposition obviously came from, we don't need more gas plants, people objecting to their location. And I want to tell you my feelings on the plant. I'm in favor of diversity, but I will never back down from my position that we must maintain fossil fuel energy. 30 seconds. What I saw at that meeting was a small segment of our community being extremely vocal. and I didn't see business leaders there. My plan for governing, my plan is, and I have been, to be involved with commissioners court, city councils, school boards, so that when a problem arises, I'm aware of it, that I can address it. I'm the only lawyer in the race, and I'll tell you, I do understand the law and the issues. Thank you.
Why do you believe you are the best and most qualified person to represent us?
I'm endorsed by the Texas Association of Business. I've been through this process in Austin with your statewide group. I've got the roots, the credibility, the experience, and the judgment to effectively represent you and get the job done. And I will tell you, the credibility is critical. The moment you lose your credibility, you're done before you ever got started. Whoever goes to Austin, they must trust them, they must accept their word as absolute truth. I have the beliefs necessary to represent you. I believe the key ingredients to a healthy economy are lower taxes, less regulation, lower spending. I do want to repeal the business margins tax. I believe in zero-based budgeting for every state agency, every cycle. I didn't just show up and claim to be a Republican. In 1986, I was Bill Clement's campaign manager in Grayson County during the primary election. My first job was working for Republican Jim Horn. My next job was working for Republican Louis Stearns. I'm a member of the Republican Lincoln's cabinet. My wife Charlotte and I have hosted events in our home for Republican United States Senator John Cornyn, Michael Burgess, statewide elected officials, statewide elected judges, Mary Horn, Myra Crownover, both held their watch party in our home. We hosted the Young Republicans in our home. I've got legislative experience. I've got judicial experience. I've got legal experience. I've set national legal precedent that still stands today. I've set state legal precedent that still stands today. I do not need a paid government lobbyist telling me what the law is. I don't need a special interest group lawyer telling me what the law is. Every major county in the state of Texas has at least one lawyer on their legislative team. The lone exception is Denton. So I'm going to ask to be your lawyer. The job pays $600 a month. This district houses about 170,000 residents. So the deal I'll make with you, if you hire me to be your lawyer, I will charge you $600 a month, and you can split the fee. 170,000 residents.